Oh, Santiago? Yeah.
That's pretty.
Called it rosin.
We are live.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, sweet. Great.
Should we play our little music? Or?
Yeah, freaking punch it.
Ooh.
Let's rock, dudes.
And roll.
What's up?
That was hilarious.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Hope you're staying cool wherever you're freaking listening to this on well, this is Sunday.
If you're in California or
June
Arizona,
27th.
it's probably cooler where you are than where we
Probably is, because right now we're on the
currently in
face of the sun currently.
Yes.
I'm sunburnt. I'm upset. But this is episode 17 of Benchwarmers Podcast. Thanks for joining us.
Thank
Got
you.
a big show today. Talked a little hockey earlier with Scott Blumenfeld, our hockey guy.
Yeah.
We're going to talk Mariners,
Mariners, yes.
and we're going to dive into the NBA playoffs, and we're going to end with a pretty fun segment on Miss Spears and her conservatorship.
Currently 93 degrees, so if you hear us stuttering or like having trouble pronouncing things or just anything, that's why. So
Yeah.
I'm hurting
yeah,
as I sit here.
You guys know there's only been 300-degree weather days
yeah.
in Washington State.
History?
In history. And now might have 300-degree weather days just in a week.
I'm going to tell you right now, in my lifetime, I can't remember the last time it was this hot.
Not in here, not around.
I don't think so.
Me neither.
When was? Did you like see like a date of those 100-degree days? Those three?
No, I mean,
It's
I probably
pre
was.
1992. I'm calling it.
Yeah, no.
I'm calling it.
Yeah, probably.
Like there's no
The
way.
hottest I've ever seen around here is like 92, 93,
Yeah.
94, maybe
Like I don't
95.
think we touched 90 last summer
Yeah,
once.
It's been
on
it's
this
been,
side
it's
of the
been a very
mountains.
long time since I've seen 90 around here.
Right.
But I've seen it maybe like once or twice.
Yeah.
That's the hottest we'll get. So getting to triple digits is.
And if you're me, man, I struggle in the 80s, man.
I struggle as well. And to the listeners who don't live in the state,
Yeah.
you remember we don't have any AC. Like nowhere. Like the stores have
That's
AC.
a delicacy.
The stores have AC,
Right.
but like apartment units, most of them do not have AC.
Me and Ben's apartments are 95.
Houses,
right now.
houses do not have AC. You know, you might get your little portable units or whatever, your window units, but nothing is built in. So people are struggling.
Yeah, we don't have pools either. Just like in our backyards,
Yeah.
just to
Yes.
go soak. But
Yes.
yeah,
The podcast mascot Gigi is struggling currently. So
I bet I feel terrible
we sat in the car for 4 hours today with the air conditioning on, listening to the Mariners game.
Gosh,
So it
I
was
wish you
tough.
get like a kiddie pool for her, like
I'm trying. Yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
yeah. That's true.
I've heard that for animals, just
Yeah.
because I even read a thing about just like our furry friends, like in their paws and like how
I know.
much they are struggling right now and,
I-
how hard it
we're
is
not
to
going
walk
out for any
them.
walks. We're just staying in. It's too
Yeah.
hot. Too
Yeah.
hot. Okay, well, here's Scott. A little hockey talk. Enjoy. We've got Scott Blumenfeld on again, second time on, becoming a recurring guest now
Hell yeah!
to talk some Kraken and some NHL playoffs, and just NHL in general, I guess. Scott, welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for coming on.
I made it back. Happy to be here.
Hell yeah, dude!
My mom's going to hear all about this. She'll be proud. So thank you guys.
Love that. Love to make moms proud out there. It's hot. So excuse us if we struggle out here for a little bit, like we stutter or something like that. We're just regaining our senses.
We're losing it.
Water breaks and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. You know, it's just you have to. Okay. So biggest news probably. Kraken hired a head coach.
Big time.
Huge, probably the biggest news. Dave Hackstall
Yeah,
was hired.
Hackstall.
Previous coach of the Philadelphia Flyers, University of North Dakota, and most recently a Toronto Maple Leaf assistant.
Yes,
Correct? Am I right there?
3 for 3.
Awesome.
Correct. Quite a good resume.
Yeah. And like I guess I'll just start.
Yeah, go
That's
for
cool.
it. Yeah,
From what I've read, everything I listened to, everything I've watched about this, you know, like I get that he, in Philadelphia, he made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't really advance very far any time, but
For
he made
sure.
the playoffs. North Dakota, he was a winner. Like he just, he turned that.
how many Frozen
he
Fours?
seemed to
Like
turn that-
7?
He seemed to turn that into a program.
Yeah.
And then the Maple Leafs, he was an assistant, so I'm not, exactly sure what happened there. But like, I guess, from what I've read, all this stuff, it seemed like it wasn't the exact hire that everyone was thinking it was. And it was kind of a vanilla hire
That's what I read
to put
too.
into words. But it sounded like he did kill the interview process with Ron Francis and the other, other higher ups. Is it like a different mindset for an NHL expansion team versus regular teams when hiring a coach, Scott?
I would probably say yes, just because you're starting from ground zero. It's kind of a unique situation. You don't even have any players yet, so right now you're just kind of setting the scheme. And I guess Ron Francis liked what he was saying during the interviews,
and I was going to ask
the game plan.
I was going to ask you, and could this have any reason to do with this hire? Do you think Hochstal was hired because of that reason? That reasoning?
I think it had to be a lot of the reason. They actually, so Ron Francis was part of the Hockey Canada team back in 2019, I think it was, and Hochstal was on that coaching staff. So they spent some time together during, I think it had to have been I don't know if it was the Olympics or something like that, but so they spent some time over in Austria together and must have meshed pretty well. And not sure about the whole time in Philadelphia. You hear a lot of Flyers slander, and I mean, just think of Flyers fans as Eagles fans.
Oh yeah,
they're kind of
Philly fans.
The wild card.
They bring out
so
the.
I'm not going to take their word for really anything they say.
Sure.
You know, he had a winning record there, made it to the playoffs 2 out of 3 years, so I'll take that. And I watched the press conference when they kind of announced the whole hire of the head coach.
Yeah, I watched that as well. Yeah,
a lot of it was saying they liked his experience from North Dakota just because he was already dealing with a rotating roster.
Right.
So coming in with a clean slate, coming in with a brand new guys, kind of like you think of these guys as freshmen or transferring or transfers.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think he liked the experience of that, and just they must have a good relationship already.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with that. So yeah, that's because I liked his interview. He seems like a very intense guy. Like when he was answering questions, he's very direct, very forward, very eye contact, and then finishes his sentences just like with like power thoughts almost. But I like the press conference. Ron Francis said that he checked a lot of boxes, which is what you like to hear. And as far as like second chance NHL coaches, I think even Francis even said that came into account of them thinking about him over other people. I think they interviewed like 8 people, I think he said. And then he just narrowed it down to Dave. But I think that's a big time thing. And that's why, Pete Carroll, man, college legend, how many first rounders he produced, how many national championships he won. And here's another guy kind of flamed out in his first little bout. And let's see if his second chance can win us a title here.
I did tell you that Scott was a Pats fan, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure of that.
Oh, gotcha. For sure.
He's going to throw some slander out there about some Pete now.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Well, I'm sure he's stoked that he left because they got the greatest coach of all time afterwards.
Exactly. But yeah.
Well, Dave had quite the career in college, but compared to Pete, I think Dave did a little more ethically. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah,
that's all I'll say.
College hockey's a little different, I feel like.
For sure. Yeah.
At University of North Dakota.
What I will say, he just seems like I don't want to just say like a good dude, but like you said, or what Francis said was how he delivers his messages to his players and how he communicates with them because he was a player himself, and that's a big deal. I feel like I don't even know hockey that well.
Yeah.
But like the relationship between player and coach is like, I'd rather listen to somebody who's been there, bro. Like who's actually played on the ice and actually like played against the top competition. Even though wasn't he just a minor league player? Did he make it like all the way?
I'm not sure.
I think he played a couple years in the league.
Okay.
But nothing too crazy, I don't believe.
For sure.
I know that some other names that were popped up. I know like one of the biggest ones was Ulf Samuelsson.
Oh, I heard that name.
Does that sound familiar, Scott?
Yeah, so he was actually part of the I think either amateur or pro scouting staff when that Kraken first came around. Then he accepted a assistant role somewhere else in the league. So I was a big fan of him because I went to a conference when they had introduced the GM and stuff like that. And the old guy was a character. So
really?
It would have been cool to see him. Yeah. I think he's Swedish and very thick accent, but just hilarious.
Really?
So it would have been a good time if he was coach.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I thought that I read that it was kind of a surprise that he wasn't hired, honestly. So I was just curious what that kind of was like. Do you have any more Dave Hochstal questions? I have other questions, but do you have any more Dave Hochstal questions?
I mean, straight out of the bag, Scott, are you excited or are you underwhelmed? Are you just whelmed? Are you just looking forward to getting this shit going? Let's just see what he can do.
Yeah, I'd say I'm whelmed.
Okay.
It's not an exciting hire. It's not a horrible hire. So I'm kind of right there in the middle.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of excited we finally got this page out of the way and we're moving on to the expansion draft and the entry draft.
rock on. That's where I'm at.
That's why I had a question about.
Just reading Twitter and obviously the Sound of Hockey. Been reading a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you for that
They got good stuff. They got good stuff.
So yeah, just reading that type of stuff, and it isn't like, oh my God, page turning like front page news. Look out. We're going to be competing in year one. I'm not saying we can't, but that's where I'm at. I'm just like, dude, let's just get this shit going and see what you can do.
So remind me, which one comes first, the expansion draft or the NHL draft?
Expansion draft.
The expansion draft, yes.
Okay.
I messed that up last time on the pod, but got it right.
That makes sense.
We mess up all the time.
That makes sense, though. Is there a certain strategy for the Kraken to follow in this expansion draft to be successful in their first year?
It's kind of tough. I think it's up to. Well, let's see what the protection list look like when they first come out, and I think that's when a lot of the moves will kind of start being made. Because the Kraken do have draft picks right now. They have probably capital, and they could spend, receive. They can kind of get themselves rolling if they'd like. So I'm kind of waiting for that whole protection list. I think that comes out 2 days prior to the draft.
I was just about to ask that.
Exactly.
Little follow up.
Good call. Good call.
I like that.
Okay. Well, I also wanted to ask about the NHL draft too. We have pick 2.
Mm-hmm.
What's some players looking like there? Can you name me a couple?
Yeah, I can name you one off the bat. Matty Beniers.
That's another Michigan. That's one of the two Michigan guys, right?
So I'm kind of big on this guy. He's American, played for the World Junior team this past year, won the gold medal. He's a point per game guy.
What position does he play?
He's a center.
Center? Okay.
Centerman. Yep. He's a point per game player.
Can you really dumb this down for me and tell me what a center mid does in hockey? Like, what does that position do?
Yeah, so they're going to obviously take the draws off the face-off.
Okay.
And then you're just either going to post up in front of the net and kind of be the playmaker of the team, or you're going to get shots on net. And
it's like a point guard.
Kind of as like a point guard.
Okay.
There
exactly.
you go.
You say obviously, but it was not.
No. I played a lot of hockey video games, and those are the guys that are great at passing and great at playmaking. Like you said,
I need to learn. Like, I know defender. Like, I get that. I get goalie. Like, I get that sort of stuff.
And your wings, your scores.
Yeah, I get that. But just like the center mid, I just wanted to make sure exactly what that was.
For sure. I like that.
You got to get going on the NHL video game. That's a good way to learn players.
That's
I
be my
used
learning.
to play them, but all I did was just fight.
Oh yeah.
I just ended up dropping every game. And
I'm gonna have to get the newer one. I think I'm playing NHL 10.
I'm getting everyone ejected. So yeah. Do you have any more draft questions?
Not a draft question. Just back to like being a coach. I don't know if I asked this last time or met or kind of just got lost in all the questions, but when it comes to the NHL and coaching, how important is a coach to a team? Can you get away with just having a bunch of talent, or do you have to have a guy who knows what the fuck he's doing?
LeBron, Chris Bosh, and
and freaking Spoelstra, yeah. That's it's like that. Can you just build a super team and then the talent will take you where you want to go?
I mean, you could try. That's kind of what Toronto's doing right now. Their top line is just ridiculous, and they lost first round against Montreal, so it's not really working out for them. Yep, the Maple Leafs. There you go, Ben.
That's where Hawkstall was.
Exactly.
Yep. And then, I don't really think so. I think the rosters are too deep. You need 4 lines of forwards, and I think a lot of it comes down to those depth guys that are going to kind of make or break the game. So I'd say you can't win on talent alone. You kind of need a whole grand scheme.
Like strategy.
That's
exactly.
A lot more strategy. It's like football.
Yeah.
It's not like football where you have like a lot more depth, a lot more options, a lot more holes to fill.
You're only as good as your backups, man.
Yeah.
That's because injuries happen, and gosh, you can just be dealt a shitty hand sometimes.
I get that. I don't have any more questions other than just a little Stanley Cup prediction, but that's kind of what I got.
Yeah, okay.
You got a Stanley Cup prediction for us? It's the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Montreal Canadiens.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a surprise with the Canadiens, right?
Yeah, I called them the sleeper pick in the last spot.
Yeah, you did.
That's true.
I remember that.
Got that. Not a surprise
I
to
written down.
said Tampa. I also said Tampa was going back, so got the matchup I wanted.
Now, Tampa Bay was kind of the favorite, right, in the East? Is that what they
to repeat as Eastern champion?
Total favorite.
Yeah.
And Montreal kind of came in as like dogs, like underdogs in this whole entire thing, right?
Yeah, like bottom of the barrel.
Were they 6 or 7 seed? I forgot.
They knocked out the Leafs first round, and I think we actually recorded the first pod that day of the Game 7 when they knocked them out. So
That's right.
That was huge that they got over that.
For sure.
And they've been on a roll ever since.
Yeah.
I think Carey Price, and he's got to be one of the best goalies in the league right now. And if he's he's hot going to these playoffs, I think they're going to win it all. But Tampa Bay, they might just be too good.
Too good, yeah.
So we'll kind of see where it goes.
No, yeah, I'm looking forward to watching
Montreal.
it.
Okay.
You are?
I was gonna say, give me a prediction. How many games Montreal
Gun
in?
to your head, make a decision.
I'll go Montreal in 7.
Okay, love it.
More Game 7s. We love Game 7s,
I'm
especially
pumped,
with Stanley
man.
Cup playoffs, for
I'm
sure.
freaking
And to top it off,
pumped.
it's going to be an OT winner by Cole Caulfield.
Okay.
Ooh, doubling down. I like that. A prediction on top of a prediction.
Okay.
I like that.
Put a time
That would
stamp
be-
right there.
That would be all-time viewership.
That's
Just
like
as
when,
a fan of the game.
That's like when Mike Blowers called the home run from
Matt
Tuiasosopo.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
That was.
Throwback.
Throwback. Good times with Matt Tuiasosopo as a Mariner.
Go Dogs.
Well, I don't have much other. That's all I got.
That's it. I mean, I want to get this shit underway, and I was
Same, I'm
like you said when we talked about them naming a coach possibly after the draft. Which I
think it was good that they got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get a guy in here and say, hey, this is what I want to do. This type of roster I want. Obviously, you work with your GM to do that, but come on, we're about a month till.
Good to have a coach in the building.
It's time to get this shit going. Exactly. Put a name and get this ship underway, man. I'm excited. I'm seeing Root Sports commercials that the puck's gonna fall this fall, and I'm
Root Sports
angsty.
is now doing streaming.
Yeah, that's big news for people like you.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right,
That's
Scott?
news to me.
Yeah,
That's news to me.
I'm since I'm moving out of state. That's huge because I can watch my.
You wear
Kraken.
your Kraken shit all the
my
time
Kraken.
down there. Yeah.
Fuck the Coyotes. You know,
People already hate us because we got the second pick. So I'd love it. I would hate us. Go for it. I don't give a shit.
love,
Right.
love being
I'm
hated.
not here to make friends. I'm here to win.
Love being hated. Well, Scott, I appreciate
All right,
it.
boys.
Always nice talking hockey. We will maybe talk after the finals or right before the draft or something like that.
Hell yeah.
We'll figure it
Let's do
out. We'll let you know. Appreciate it,
That's
Scott.
right. And Ron, yes, sir. And Ron, we trust.
And
That's
Ron,
right, baby.
I like that. And Ron, we trust.
All right.
Appreciate
Peace,
it.
guys.
All right, later, man.
Bye.
No, yeah, but speaking of being hot, like Jesus, how about
Thank you
these
for the
nerds?
thank you for the transition.
Yeah, we
there
like
we go. I wasn't exactly sure what we were doing there. Anyways, yeah, Mariners hot, very hot, like the weather. I don't know exactly what the record is, but they're how many games? About 500.
8 out of the last 10, I'm pretty sure they lost to
They
the
four
second half
about
of the.
500 now. They lost. They lost today. Well,
Right.
They split today.
Yeah, won the first game, 3 solo jacks, 2 by Trammell,
Yeah, good
and 1
catch,
by
too.
France. Yeah, great catch. God, covered some ground on that
Yep.
play. I love that guy. I wish he could just.
Yeah, just be consistent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just love the way
He's
plays.
fun to watch.
Yeah,
I get you. So they took 2 out of 3 from Chicago.
a good Chicago team, by the way. And
Earlier,
faced
they
them-
swept Tampa Bay, which is like a top 5 team in the league.
period. Best team in the AL.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
They took 2 out of 3 from who else? Someone else too? I can't remember.
Minnesota? No, I might have been a while ago.
Either way, they're playing pretty well.
one of
They're
the
playing
hotter
good
teams in baseball.
And I guess just like, they're like you said, yeah, they're one of the hotter teams. They're playing well. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the statistics,
How hot is our division
Yeah,
right
you-
now?
you look at the
when was
run-
the last time Houston lost?
yeah,
It's been a few weeks.
when you look at our run differential or you look at our
Oh,
offensive statistics, it's hard. It's like I just is it gonna keep going? Is it gonna stay?
Yeah, baseball enthusiasts will say, dude, a week and a half or 2 weeks of good baseball does not make your 162 game season. We know this is a flash in the pan. We've seen this. We've seen us make runs.
Yeah.
We've seen us,
Exactly.
win 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 or
all the
you know,
one-run games,
10 out of 10 out of 15.
all the one-run wins.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, another one-run win today. Like it was, and Graveman shut it down
Yep.
in the ninth. But yeah, it's not sustainable. Anybody who's drinking this Kool-Aid that, it's
Not
the
trying to be
underdogs.
Nancy, whatever, but like
Let's get real here. We need to focus on the trade deadline and what the we're doing. What's our plan? What's
Yep.
and dude with Dipoto and Service, where are their extensions at, man? Like, are we committed to these dudes?
Yeah, I don't really get that either. Yeah, especially I don't get either. I guess I think it's just time to do it. If you're gonna stick to this plan,
If you've been with these people since 2016 was their
Yeah.
first year together,
And
here
you
we
see
are in
it
year 5,
start.
and you see it
things
started.
are-
You've
things are
taken
turning, things are turning.
You've taken our minor
slowly,
leagues
but they're
from
turning.
You've taken our minor leagues from 30 to top 5 talent.
Exactly.
This process is working a little bit in that sense.
At least
Obviously, we
in
need
the
the
majors, yep.
we need the on-field production. Obviously, Kelnick's obviously just scorching it again.
Yep.
We'll see you after the All-Star break. Let's just pump our brakes.
Sure.
Let him do it for a month, not
Sure.
10 games or 9 games, whatever it was the first time. I don't even think it was that. I think it
Yeah.
was less than that. But Mitch Haniger, what do you want to do with him?
It's very tough.
Yeah.
He's 29 or 30?
30.
He's 30? Mm-hmm. It's really tough. I don't know.
Right in the prime of a baseball career.
Because, like,
at 30.
I don't exactly
Really?
know what the return
That's
is.
what they
All
say.
positions?
Pitchers could be a little bit older than that.
Yeah.
Just because, God, some pitchers can last until they're like upper 30s, even into their 40s if they're like truly dominant. They take care of themselves and don't get hurt. But as far as batters, yeah, you really start coming into your own at 30, and then you start just reaching your peak.
So in that theory, Trout is just reaching his.
Oh, God. Trout, by the time this is all said and done, he might not have any chips to show for it, but he will be arguably one of the best statistical baseball players that we've ever seen.
He's unreal. From
Sorry,
what
back to Haniger.
no, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. From what I've heard on like the return, if you're trying to compete next year, I'm not sure it's worth it.
To trade for fucking 18-year-old prospects?
That's like maybe two 18-year-old prospects.
Exactly.
Like gambles.
Right.
Absolute gambles. Or
two
like,
Kelnicks that one could
like
not work
one
out.
aging veteran like on
Right.
some contract that's, just massive that is not worth
that they
it.
want to cut. Or not cut, but they want to
and
get rid of.
who knows what he's going to do next year. Like, you know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
A lot of unknowns. That's why, man, what a weird situation just from top to bottom. Because look at Jerry and Scott. Like, these guys don't know where they're working.
I'm just not
year.
saying that.
Like,
I'm just not sure that you have anyone that's better than him or can get anyone better than him.
for sure. Are you talking about
next
Haniger?
season. Yeah.
Yeah. He's your biggest.
Even if he only
bargaining
plays
chip.
80 games.
Yeah.
I still think that he's better than anyone that you can get.
I don't want to trade him for two Kelnicks. I really don't.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I
Like,
think that not the
People
type
that
of
are 3
return.
years away.
Exactly. I want what our
We've
plan
been
is,
waiting.
Yeah.
We've been waiting. Give it to us.
Yeah, our plan was 2022, and now he's extended it to 2023 of us being a perennial playoff winning team.
And I will say, I think John Stanton, seems competitive to me. Like, he seems like he wants to win.
Jesus.
I think he understands, like, you can't just trade Mitch away for a gamble or just
Yeah.
a couple, like, chips.
Because if baseball's taught us anything, these fucking guys can be 4A players,
He
dude.
knows that this franchise has been, waning for a winning season.
Exactly.
And he gets it. And I think he knows that if he trades Mitch away, the team's going to struggle next year in the outfield.
Because you're going to have to, that's when you start
Fans are
rushing
gonna
up
be pissed,
Julio.
and the fans that are there are going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Fans that care are going to be pissed.
There's no doubt
Which
about
aren't
it.
that many right now.
Yeah. The shitty thing about this little run is just, like we said, is how good our division is playing while we're in the middle of this run. Like, Houston's, what are they, 10-0 in their last 10?
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, they haven't lost in weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Even, I think, in Oakland's, just how they do what they do with not spending a lot of money is crazy. And they Simeon's gone. They replaced him with Andrus. Melvin.
Bob
Mariner.
Melvin, baby.
Mariner.
Bob freaking Melvin.
Is that Moneyball guy still in Oakland?
Billy Bean?
Yeah.
No.
No.
He's no longer the owner. He's out of baseball,
But
I'm pretty sure.
they still
He was
use
a manager.
money.
He
They
was
still
on
use Moneyball there.
Billy
pretty
Bean
much.
was the general manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's the owner.
No, sorry. He wasn't the owner. He crossed heads with the owner about, this will work. Just let me do it.
Yeah.
Moneyball. Great movie.
So where's he at now?
I don't think Billy Bean's in baseball. I really don't.
I do not know.
Quick little Google check.
Oh, don't put the Hawks score up.
Oh, are you recording the game?
No.
He just doesn't want to know.
I want to watch the second half probably later.
Well, the second half.
Bucks look angry,
Second
man.
half.
Look like
It's
they're about to
start.
close him out.
Billy Bean is
he with the Mets? No, he was drafted by the Mets.
he's the executive vice president of baseball operations and minority owner of the Oakland A's. So he just moved up.
Oh, he's up. I'm stupid.
Move on
Don't
up.
listen to me. I don't know.
Moving up, Sally.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So trade deadline, yeah. I think Mitch is like the biggest one. And Mitch is the only one I can really think of that's like the biggest name. I'm sure Jerry DePota will do his little, player to, PTBN.
Oh, player to be named later. Yeah,
stuff
for
like
sure.
that for little things here and there. But Mitch is definitely the prime
Because if you're not trading him,
entree on the
he's
table
another
for
guy
trade.
who's
Yeah.
due for a contract extension, and he's getting old. Do you want him a part of your future as a veteran hitter who could possibly hit 280, knock out 30 homers, hopefully 100 RBIs?
If Seager was hitting, maybe could discuss that, but
He's not.
he's not. So
215
no
batting
one's gonna
average.
want him to.
Not that contract either. So he's out.
Yeah.
He might. I don't know if he'll just like hang him up. But
Speaking
I
of
doubt it.
disappointments,
Yeah,
who's your biggest disappointment of the year?
Kyle Seager or the injuries. I don't know what.
I put injuries, but then I was like, I'm gonna put a player.
Yeah,
Seager. I guess I get it. Yeah,
you can. Marco struggled. Really proud of you, say. coming into his own here. He's looking pretty good. But yeah, just this roster is crazy. If we were fully healthy and doing this, I would be like, the process is working. This is great. Lose Paxton to start the year, lose the rookie of the year in Kyle Lewis, and that's just terrible. That could change your whole future. If this guy can't stay healthy, got to move on. Got to move on. I have no time.
It's too late to trade him now.
Exactly. So now, and then you have to move Kelnick to center, and then bring up Julio. He could play right. He could play left. You keep Haniger because of Lewis's injury. Fraley, what are we doing with him?
Yeah.
Is he a part? Is he just going to be like a rotation? Trammell, what are you doing? It's a lot of.
I get you.
A lot of question marks.
I know. I get you. Mine is Evan White. I know that he's been injured. I get it. But even before the injuries,
dude,
he couldn't hit
anything.
Nothing.
Yeah, now he's got an injury.
And I get that he was a good defender, but there was a point where he was being held out of the lineup because he couldn't hit.
Do you think this is no disrespect to JP Crawford, right?
By Jake Fraley, he couldn't hit.
Because exactly, that's my point. Do you think?
And he just signed this major contract too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean, I'm just
This is frustrating shit, dude.
Yeah.
This is upsetting because we committed to this guy with no resume.
Yeah.
AA player.
Yep.
With the advances in the shift and all that stuff, you cannot put that much of your chips in a basket or eggs in a basket on a guy who just freaking plays a solid first base and hits 199.
I always felt like he had a high floor.
Yeah.
Kind of like a low
A
ceiling.
low ceiling, yeah. Can you hit corner bags? Those are your money makers, man. Those are your freaking power hitters. Those are your RBI guys.
He
Look
can't
across
even
the
seem to
league.
catch up to the baseball.
No, he's slow on fastballs. If you're slow on fastballs, good luck hitting a curve. Okay, fuck. So that's frustrating. That was
my guy.
JP, dude. This year I was like, what are we doing, man?
Turned
and something freaking clicked, and I like him. I like the way he plays. He plays with effort, with energy.
I also wanted to point out Justice Sheffield's been pretty fucking disappointing.
I'm moving on from that guy.
Yeah,
now that you
sorry, I'm just
you're
opening
good.
wounds here.
Yeah, you're ripping the band-aids off, and that's, dude. Seriously, I have pitchers waiting in the wings.
Yeah,
not like they're ready right now, but they're gonna be.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna look at Justice Sheffield and be like, yeah, sure.
He hasn't proven anything.
Zero.
Not even a bullpen arm.
Yeah, exactly. Last year we were excited. We were excited about the way that he finished the year in September with a shortened year. Obviously,
pretty sizable package that we gave up from, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I mean, not like
we
huge,
got Paxton, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we gave away Paxton to get Justice Sheffield.
Yeah, it was.
And you're coming from the Yankees organization. You can't be some scrub. Yeah. Like, I feel like they had a top organization.
I think he was like a top 100, 150 prospect or something like that. So he was pretty good.
Yeah. And of course, comes here. That's what I said. This is maybe he could figure it out. I don't know what it is, but he's struggling with control.
Yeah.
He's struggling with speed, and he's getting knocked around when he goes in. Like these guys are hitting seeds off of him,
and also walk.
Exactly. You can't. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm with you there.
Sounds like your most positive surprise is JP.
Yeah.
Which I get.
Yeah.
And he was on my list. I mean,
it's JP or Yusei. Just Yusei.
I also have Yusei.
Do you? Yeah. JP. I'm sorry. This June and the end of May that we have watched, this guy's hitting at an incredible clip right now.
Yeah, it's unreal.
And
it's great.
Shortstop
He's a great defender.
Exactly. Shortstop is such an important position for success in this league. You look at the last 4 World Series champions.
Yep. He's a
great
good athlete.
Shortstops. Exactly.
Good on the base paths.
And he seems, dude, I swear to God, he's becoming a leader of that clubhouse.
Okay,
I swear.
I was going to say that he seems competitive.
Yeah.
He seems like he wants to
has
win.
Fire.
He wants to be successful. And he gets pissed when he's not successful.
Exactly.
Which I like. You know?
Yeah, we like that. Fucking get pissed. Fucking swear so the microphones pick you up. Let the fans know that I fucking hate striking out, or I hate not making a play that I know I'm capable of.
I get you. I agree with that. And then Kikuchi was up there for me. He's just been solid all season long. He's become the one.
Yeah. He's our ace.
He's become a solid one.
Yeah.
A very solid one.
So, yeah, going forward.
So, yeah.
I think we have is there a player option with him for year 4?
I think that.
But the contract's like $18 million or like 17.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be worth it the way he's pitching.
Exactly. And Logan getting better.
Yes, exactly.
Him coming up, obviously, and then
Dunn can get healthy. He was getting better.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm moving. I'm so frustrated with Sheffield right now. So frustrated.
Just take that like 5 or 4 spot from Sheffield and just
that'd be great. And then Flexen's been a solid addition.
He can be like a
solid addition.
Yeah.
He could be a 4 or 5 going forward. But man, all these pitchers, all the talent that we have in our farm system. Somebody's gonna have to go to the bullpen. Multiple players are gonna have to go to the bullpen and just be a guy. Hey, go get 3 outs.
Yep. I guess before I move on from the baseball, is a couple interesting things happened in today's game.
Yeah.
Today's first game.
Right. The morning game.
First of all, Shed Long got benched
for not hustling to first. I watched that play at my grandmother's house, and I was like,
I didn't see it.
Okay.
Did you?
I watched it.
Would you
hit a weak line drive off of Keuchel's, or no, yeah, it was Keuchel today.
Yeah.
Keuchel's ankle rolled to second, and Lurie Garcia struggled to field it. Yeah. And I'm watching. Let me preface this. I'm sorry. The first strike call, Shed was very frustrated. Okay. Very frustrated with the strike call, and then our bench coach Sandberg, I'm pretty sure, chirped at the ump.
Yeah.
Stop play. Hey, watch your mouth, or that's a warning, whatever. And then Shed was like, "What the fuck?" All that just seemed like he didn't want to bat.
I get you.
And then he hits this line drive, and he is canoeing it,
just loafing.
Yeah. And then he sees the air, kind of starts picking it up.
It's too late.
He fucking barely made it, and exactly. Yeah. And then I like that service. Get your fucking ass on the bench.
Yeah. So after the game, he was asked. I was listening to the post game.
Oh, I didn't hear this.
And he was asked about it. By, I don't remember who he was asked by, but. They wanted to make sure it wasn't an injury.
Right. That's what.
And service is straight
Dave
up.
Dave Sims was like, "Is he hurt?"
Service is straight up. Service is like, we've talked about it before with all of our players, and if they don't do that, we yank them. And we talked about it with Shed, and we sat him, and that's it.
I like that.
And the reporter was like, "Thanks for being honest. I was just wondering who's injury." And Scott's like, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. I like that. Very Love stern. That. That's bullshit, dude. Yeah. I'm trying to build a product
and
here.
I will say, in the third game, the third game, but the second game today, even though they didn't win, Shedlong had a really good at bat at the end of the game.
Yeah.
To get there and to help them try to
get a rally going. Yeah,
so
for sure.
So at least he tried to make up for it.
I think that rattled his cage a little bit. Like, okay, my bad.
Time to step up a little bit.
But yeah, just the strike call. He was just like, man, what the like? He literally like walked out of the box after the strike call because his ump was just pissing off service.
He might just having an off day.
Exactly.
Personal.
Something happened. Exactly. We don't know what's going on, but he was just. It was obviously 0-1. The next pitch, he just kind of half-heartedly swung and then it hit off of Keuchel.
I like to see that he picked it up in the second game.
Yeah.
And
obviously the lesson was learned.
Also, a little other kind of weird thing. The first pitcher to be thrown out for foreign substance.
First sticky ejection,
is
man.
Hector Santiago of the Mariners.
Just a journeyman. Wow. Is he like 40?
Yeah.
I feel like he's really old.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And he sounds shocked after the game.
Yeah.
He said it was a combination of rosin and sweat.
Yeah. And he puts it on his arms, doesn't want that dripping down.
And what he was told is that it was illegal because it was on his other arm.
Right.
It was on his pitching arm.
Yeah.
Instead of his non-pitching, or it was on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw some comments from the umpires being like, it was just like a substance that they didn't recognize.
Right. And I'm like, these umps
what's
don't.
going on here?
My biggest thing.
Scott was fired up.
Right, he was. He was out of that.
Santiago was.
It was in between innings. Like he got
Santiago
out.
was just like shocked.
Yeah,
he was just like,
gave him my hat. Here's my belt.
And he had to give him the glove.
Yeah.
And now the glove is for going in for inspection.
Yeah, they put it in like a white plastic bag. The guy like triple wrapped it, and it's like it's off to New York to go get inspected. And
see what happens.
I did not know this. I don't know if our listeners know this. 10-game suspension, can't replace him. We're playing with one less pitcher in our bullpen.
Yeah, he was yanked
for the next 10 games. Yeah. That's freaking nuts. But it makes sense. I get it.
Yeah.
My thing is, if you even had a remote feeling that you could get caught, this is now a week now that this is being enforced.
Well, he just didn't.
You think your glove would be spotless?
If he's telling the truth,
yeah,
and he just used rosin and it was just sweat or whatever,
yeah.
He honestly just was confused about the rule about having it on either arm. Yeah. And he's still confused about the rule.
Yeah. Because he puts it on both. He's like, I don't want.
He says, I thought that you could still do that.
Yeah.
You know,
rosin's an approved.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got the bag here.
Exactly.
It's chalk.
Now, then he was also asked about other substances that he might have used previously before this. And he said, yes, I've used sunscreen.
Yeah.
Like a lot of pitchers have used
They do. Sunscreen and rosin is a good combination.
Listen, we're adjusting.
Yeah.
And like that's just what the league, it's the new rules and we're adjusting. So, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting what the glove says.
I know.
That's
yeah. What will if the glove fits? I don't.
We got the science to prove it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It will be interesting.
It sucks that we're a part of that. Like we're the first. Like it's all over ESPN. It's everywhere. Like Hector. I'm like, and it's Hector Santiago. Like it's not Marco. It's not Logan Gilbert. It's not Justin Dunn. It's not any of our names. Or you say it's Hector Santiago.
I love it.
Journeyman pitcher.
Go Mariners.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Complete different sport here, but NBA basketball talk. So playoffs going on.
I was mad. I didn't get to watch yesterday.
You didn't watch anything?
I watched yesterday's game.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I watched the thrashing of the Bucks.
That was a slobber knocker yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking
Suns Clippers. That
yeah,
was a slobber knocker.
That was an
physical,
intense game.
Defensive game.
84-80.
Yeah, that's
final.
what I'm saying. It was like,
Jesus,
like Pistons Lakers.
That is. Yeah, bad boys.
I'm pretty sure you guys said it was going to be 7 games Clips.
I can't remember what the predictions were.
I remember it.
Yeah, it was 7 because I was nervous about Chris Paul, and then Chris Paul came back. Their rhythm was off. And they lost. So, but 3-1. No 3-1 jokes here, but.
I'll just say
close them out tomorrow night, right?
I'll just say this is that.
Did you pick the Clippers? And
you both picked the Clippers,
right? We did. In
I've been
7.
saying Suns since the beginning of the playoffs.
When I wrote the first show sheet, I was like, Clippers won't die because they won Game 3,
right?
And
that was a knock 'em, drag 'em out
exactly.
game.
When they won Game 3, and
this is without Kawhi, by the way.
And then in the first round, in the second round. They did the same thing where they were down 2-0 and they ended up winning the series.
Yeah, won 4 straight against the number 1 seed.
They're just not dying.
Exactly.
That's just what the Clippers are doing.
And there's no Kawhi.
They're just not dying.
And I don't think Kawhi's coming back. No. Like he seems hurt forever.
But then they lost Game 4, so that was a pretty decisive loss. Mm-hmm. And I think it's probably over. But still,
3-1's hard.
Until I see it,
yeah,
I'm not going to count them out.
Like they say, even Tyronn Lue said, is like we won 4 straight against the number 1 seed Jazz. Yeah. So we've done it before. So let's try to do something special again. Love the confidence. Booker and companies and CP3's like, this is my year. This is my year to do something special.
Booker fouled out he fouled out with like 6 minutes left in the last game.
Right. Last night, yeah.
CP3 played pretty well, but Aiden played really well.
Yes.
Aiden's a monster.
Yeah, he is. He's playing very well.
He's a beast.
Very well. I liked his, he came in with Booker's face on his shirt, the broken note, or the, I like that.
Yeah. He's a monster. He's fun to watch too. I like him. Him and CP3 are fun to watch.
Supremely talented in the pick and roll.
CP3 loves him. You can tell.
Oh, you bet.
Just throwing lobs up. So, on the other side, the Eastern side, Hawks won Game 1 in kind of a surprise win.
Watch that, and I was like, "Whew, we gonna get a good series here?"
But then the Bucks came back and said, "Hey, we are the best team in the East for
you poked the bear." Would they have like 80 points at halftime?
I don't know. Maybe the Nets were. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
but
fully healthy. Fuck yeah, they are.
But,
yeah.
But the Bucks were like, hey, we're not bad. So they decided to win by 35 points. I think
it was 40.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a lot. It was really bad.
Yeah.
Where were they? In Milwaukee.
They were in Milwaukee. Yeah. And
that's why I was like, man, they just lost home court advantage in Game 1. It's gone.
The thing is, if Trae Young doesn't score 35 or 30 plus points
and hit like 7 threes or 8 threes,
they're gonna lose. Yeah. Like, that's just gonna happen. I love Trae Young. He's the next Steph.
He is.
That's what he is. He's just the next Steph.
He plays like that,
and that's high praise because Steph is,
unreal.
Yeah, he's unreal.
He's changed the NBA. He really has,
and he's just one of the most fun players to watch.
No doubt.
And so watching Trae Young is just like almost watching Steph. And it's just crazy to me. But if he doesn't score 35 plus, the team is just not good enough in general to keep up with the
Your
Bucks.
Kevin Huerter, your Capella, they can't pick up that.
They're not
slack,
bad players.
Exactly.
John Collins, all
Collins, exactly. Yeah, they're not bad, but they can't.
I'm having mic issues. Give me a second. We're good.
You're good. They can't pick up that slack, like you said. Yeah. Even if Kevin turns into, they call him Kayvon in the locker room when he goes off.
Yeah, or Red Velvet.
Red Velvet, not the Red Mamba. That's Scalabrini.
Red Velvet.
But Red Velvet. That's
an
all-time.
I like John Collins too.
He's great. Yeah, he's good.
But just you got the Bucks who have Giannis. Chris Middleton's really good.
Brook Lopez.
Drew Holiday's a really underrated point guard. Maybe one of the most underrated players in the league.
He committed to Team USA as well. Sorry, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, no, you're fine. But and now currently as we speak right now in
score update
in Game 3. So am I going to ruin this for you?
I see it.
Jeez, Hawks are up 6 points. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. So, wow.
A lot of more game left.
I want to see what Trae has. Because let me see if
it's at 30.
Let me see if my
your Trae index.
What's that word? Theory. Thank you.
Look at that hypothesis.
Yeah, hypothesis. Yes, that too. Trae is 28, so he's on pace.
Okay,
he's doing pretty well.
He's doing Trae things.
He's 11 for 17, 5 for 10 from the 3.
Who's
that's
behind
pretty
him?
good.
Who's behind him?
Who was the second?
Just my boy Danilo with 11 off the bench.
Gallinari. God. How long has he been in the league,
he gets
dude?
Cooked on defense.
I know, he sucks.
But then every now and then, he'll put up like these like ridiculous like fadeaway like step backs. I'm like, whoa.
So many people.
Where did that come from?
Danilo is he's not getting flack, but also I think he's a legend because he's wearing Adidas Pro models. Those came out in 2003.
I love Danilo.
Okay. Do you know what Adidas Pro models are? Okay. Well, they are like the typical high school basketball shoe. Okay. Like every team had them. Every team wore them. I think of Louisville and like Kansas, the Adidas schools. Like they had the blue ones. They were like patent leather, like they were shiny.
Yeah, I feel like.
And he wears those from like 2003, and he has like 2 pairs. He's got a red pair and a black pair, and that's the only. I'm like, that's so cool.
I used to rock with the Knicks with him and Melo.
Oh God, and J.R. Smith.
And that team was
Steve Novak.
Oh, that team just whapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and what do
you remember the predictions for the East that we gave?
We all picked the Bucks. I think
we all took the Bucks, right?
Bucks in I think we said 7 games each.
Shit, I think I said 5 or 6. So I was like, I'm sorry, unless
we'll have to go back and check.
But all I said was that if Trae Young goes off, as you can see, look at this Hawks team. Nate McMillan took over in January?
Shout out to Nate, by the way.
Dude, go Sonics. Yeah.
Bring him back. He's the interim anymore. Just give him the title.
I hope he comes back and coaches here when we get a freaking team. That'd be so tight. Yeah. He obviously can do it. Look at this. This guy's like, I thought I was going to be the assistant the whole year. Now I'm the guy, and I've got my team in the Eastern Conference Finals, and look who I've beaten.
Seriously.
Yeah. It's incredible what he's accomplished. If I was a Hawks fan, I'm fucking proud that we're even in this position.
Fired the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's like a Coach Carter story.
Dude, it is, man. Like you have Trae Young, you have one true superstar. Like a guy who's on his way of the new faces of the NBA, young guy. And then just role players that are great. Capella, role player.
It's a really fun, like, superstars coming up generation.
No doubt. I think the league's in good hands.
Cool, yeah.
I'm not going to just start naming guys because you just never know, per se. But, like, you got Luka for sure. Like, Luka is unreal.
Yeah.
I think Tatum.
Yep.
Is unreal.
Donovan Mitchell's unreal to me.
Yep, I agree.
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker. Yeah.
He might be the guy.
There's probably some guys I'm missing still, but
for sure.
Trae Young. But yeah, so like it's just awesome. So yeah. Give me a quick finals prediction, just really quickly, right now, currently, that you can think of.
Oh, that's Bucks Suns, man.
I'll take Suns in 7 against Bucks.
Oh, how many games?
Oh, you think
just currently.
So they even it up?
This is gonna change.
I got Suns in 5. I think they close it out tomorrow.
Oh, for the current series? Yeah,
mm-hmm.
It's done tomorrow.
Oh wait, are you wait?
I took Suns against Bucks in 7, but that's okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm predicting all the way.
Okay. All the way. Okay, Suns in 7 in Bucks in 7?
Yeah. No, Suns in 7 against the Bucks.
Oh, I don't like agreeing with you. I want to have
Suns in 6.
There you go. That's enough.
That's enough for Ben.
That's enough.
I like that.
A couple weeks ago, we you okay? A couple weeks ago, we bashed.
Not a good fidget thing.
Is that a knife?
It's a razor.
It's a box cutter.
It's a box cutter.
You should keep fidgeting with it. A couple weeks ago, A couple weeks ago, we bashed the Olympic team a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
We said that it wasn't going to be very good
because nobody was really committing.
We were completely wrong.
This team's stacked, guys.
Yeah, this team's going to be a lot of fun. Let me just name off some things here.
Sorry.
No, that works.
That's works. On us. That's on us.
You only have KD, Lillard, Bradley Beal, Tatum, Devin Booker, Zach LaVine, Kevin Love, Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and others.
Hey, Zach LaVine's on there?
Yeah.
That's
sick.
sick.
Dude, those are all 25 plus a night players in the NBA. All of them. And, like you said, with Kevin Love and Draymond, those are your veterans.
This is the perfect kind of Olympic team.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Love is a great passer for a big man.
He's also a great veteran.
Literally stretches the floor with a three-pointer and a passing.
Yep.
And
outstanding rebounder.
Yeah, exactly. He's like the perfect kind of like Olympic basketball player in my opinion.
I like it, yeah,
for the big man. You got Bam Adebayo, who's just a high flyer, great defender. Like he's just gonna be all over the place playing who knows what.
Yeah.
And even Jeremy Grant. That dude stretches the floor at like 6'9".
Yeah.
And can shoot threes.
He's really good. I like him a lot.
It would be fun. And then, of course, with all the guards and everything, but in the forwards. But like
we're scoring the ball.
We are scoring. As a big man, I was just thinking of big men. But
I like that.
It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. I'm excited.
We were nervous. I think that's what I was nervous about. I'm like, man, it's kind of crazy that people aren't committing to play for this. I get the Tokyo and the COVID.
It's been a weird 2 last seasons.
Exactly. Only Tokyo people in Tokyo can go. Like obviously no outside fans, and like you're on lockdown as an athlete. Like you can't do a lot. But
people are gonna figure out a way to.
Oh, for sure. It's like the bubble.
Wait, are they like checking your like citizenship at the door?
I don't know how that's gonna work. We're gonna have to rehash that. But no, this team's They're winning the gold. I heard once Lillard committed and then Durant followed. I was like, okay, I feel good. What did I feel good with Tatum and Booker? Yes.
Yeah.
Those are the future of the NBA. Let's see what they can do
nice to have
on a
KD
national
and
stage.
Lillard.
It's nice to have guys who have been there, done that.
Yeah.
Except Lillard opted out in 2016. He was hurt, but KD got the gold with the rest of with that team. But
it's gonna be fun. I'm pumped.
Yeah, should be fun.
You did talk about Lillard really quickly. They hired a new coach in Portland, Chauncey Billups.
Right, and
it's becoming a little bit of a fiasco because Billups. This wasn't even on the show sheet. I know.
Right, no, this is off the cuff. I like that.
A quick time check. I just want to make sure we're not going like completely crazy.
We're at 31 minutes of this recording, not the.
Okay, so 31 plus 20 for Scott. We're at 50.
Cut the last.
It's okay.
We'll see what happens. We'll go quickly through this. So Damian Lillard's kind of being like bashed because he wanted Chauncey Billups in Portland, and Chauncey Billups' sexual assault, rape allegations are kind of resurfacing from a long time ago, 1997.
Yeah, that was when he was in college.
So Lillard was like, I never knew about it. And then people are like, well, dude, if you want to poach for these kind of guys, you got to kind of know about that stuff.
Let's get a background check.
Yeah, it's... And now he's like saying that he wants out and because like...
Chauncey Billups, Colorado?
Yes.
Did he play there?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Denver and
right.
An assortment of variety of teams. And Lillard, I guess, to Chris Haynes was like, I want out because like fans are now like bashing him and stuff like that. And so...
Yeah, what a weird situation for that. A little bit weirder than what's going on with LUKA. I know that was on the show.
Yeah, sorry, I branched out a little bit.
This is
kind of breaking more recently,
for sure. And that's it's kind of just bad timing of your words and like how do you defend it? You can't just go to Twitter and say,
it's tough.
Looks like I didn't know about that, or
it's tough.
It's hard to just have. I mean, pride gets in the way, stubbornness gets in the way. I guess those are both the same.
To be honest with you, I didn't know about it. I probably didn't even remember about it.
Me neither.
I was 6 years old when it happened.
But
at the same time, I'm also not vouching for him to become the next head coach of me.
No.
For an NBA team.
Exactly.
So yeah.
With that type of a background and in the climate that we're living in right now.
Yeah, it's just you gotta stay above that sort of stuff and
absolutely
be ahead of it. Another weird situation, but not with that kind of like background stuff.
Right.
But some odd background stuff, but the Mavs didn't fire Rick Carlisle. He moved on. He resigned.
He said, "I'm out of here, man."
With Donnie Nelson as the GM.
Mm-hmm.
They hired Jason Kidd as the head coach.
Yep.
Have they hired a GM yet? Was it Nico Harrison?
Why does that sound right?
I think they hired Nico Harrison.
I read Kidd's name. I think
they hired Nico Harrison, who was a Nike exec.
Oh, okay.
And he was like Kobe's guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay. Okay, now that you say that, I might have seen something on Twitter.
So I just thought that was odd. I like Rick Carlisle.
Great coach. It's Jim Carrey. God, he looks
and it just always seemed like him and Cuban kind of always had like just a rapport where they just kind of just did their thing.
Yeah, they gelled, man.
Had a lot of success.
Yeah.
I know that the Dirk era ended.
Right.
And for a year or two there, it was kind of just like,
what are we doing?
Not really.
Not competitive.
They were trying to sign guys, but nothing really. Like Harrison Barnes didn't remember that. They signed him to a big contract, didn't pan out. Then they drafted LUKA, and things turned around. LUKA's been there for 3 seasons with Carlisle, but all of a sudden things just kind of broke down. I read most of that athletic article that came out.
Yeah,
and I didn't read
that.
It's just like so many things behind the doors. Just seems like nobody was communicating. Like it just was all sorts. It was just bad. So
Carlisle's moved on to Indy or back to Indy. Didn't he come from Indiana?
Which I actually love that. Love that hire. So for Indy, I just don't know about the Jason Kidd hire to me.
Oh yeah, from the Lakers staff, right? He was with.
And I feel like whenever he's become a head coach in the NBA, it's never been.
When I think of Jason Kidd as a head coach, is when he spilled that fans or his coach.
Like I'm not trying to bring up like allegations here, but like he got Some pretty bad. He beat the shit out of his wife
twice,
couple times.
2 or 3
Jason
times.
Kidd?
Yes, like threw a chair out of her. Like
So you can.
I don't know. Like I'm not trying to go after every coach.
It's all subjective to some people, but it's not a good look ever to be involved with domestic violence.
But also, I just
stuff.
don't think he's a great head coach. So I just don't know.
He failed in Brooklyn.
I just feel like
all-time point guard.
I just don't get
player. I mean,
I just don't get the whole Blazers and Mavs thing where they just say, hey, we're going to get rid of some of our longest tenured coaches here.
Yeah.
And move on to guys that are just unproven
Right.
whatsoever. And I get that sometimes you need change.
Right.
I don't know if these two were necessary, in my opinion. I don't know. It just seems odd.
No. Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's
Just seems odd.
No, I like that. It's hard to predict. Obviously, they think they're making the right call. They do. Like their management and stuff thinks is like, hey, these Billups, NBA background, champion, all that, or championship pedigree background. And look at Portland, man. That's a hard place to recruit players to play.
Totally.
And Lillard, obviously a top
there. Yeah.
Exactly. Lillard's a top 10 player in the NBA right now. Period. I don't think there's even a hesitant.
No, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I have no hesitation of calling him a top 10 player. And you pair him with obviously an aging Melo and McCollum and flame down the playoffs.
Yep.
I've been watching it for 10 years almost, or I think it's been 10 years now.
Yeah,
a little bit younger than that, or older than that. But with Dallas, man, Luka's best player you've had long time. Like as far as drafting, I know the Trae Young trade and stuff. Exactly. And man, I don't know. I would try to do everything in my power to make him as happy as possible, and I wouldn't make the coach basically say, all right, we don't see eye to eye. Like you said, lack of communication on certain things. I'm out of here, man. See you later. Good luck.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. In the meanwhile, you also texted me that Scottie Pippen got bodied on Twitter by KD.
I saw that.
I will say, now that I've seen the reaction to it, KD was definitely when you respond to a criticism with like insults on the player, it's a little childish, but is that Kevin Durant's kind of motto, which I kind of like that.
He does that, dude.
He's such a human. He's
on
like,
Twitter.
man, you fucking pissed me off. Guess what? I'm coming for your throat.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's just kind of a normal guy on Twitter.
Yeah, it started with the burners, and then he admitted to having burners, and now he gets his feelings hurt or like called out. And Scotty's not wrong with what he said.
What did he say? I was gonna say.
Basically, he said that he went away from team basketball and tried to beat.
KD just doesn't make it out of the playoffs because he's a kind of a selfish player.
Exactly. He takes all the shots and
but
whatever.
my thing is with the Nets, he had to.
Yeah.
Because everyone got hurt.
Harden's limping up the court.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and Kyrie
can't do his
out.
usual dribble.
I mean, yeah, I guess you can.
Kyrie's out.
You could try to get Sterling Brown
and
to get his floaters in there every once in a while. But like, come on, dude, like,
let's be real here. But yeah, it was the Scott. They followed Phil, not you. I like that. That was a fucking hilarious comment. I like that. Isn't this the same guy who held out? Or who got pissed because they drew up a play for Tony Kukoc and not you, and then you see the picture of Durant in a Tony Kukoc jersey at USA practice in 2016. All these receipts are kept by just America.
Just KD being KD.
Exactly.
I just don't get these older NBA guys just talking shit. Like it seems like a lot.
It's like old rappers who aren't
seems like
popular
older.
anymore.
It seems like a lot more.
That's a
older
good.
NBA
He
guys
would know
than
that
anyone
too.
Else.
Yeah.
Like any NFL and baseball guys, like
they're quiet.
Every once in a while, sometimes they do.
Okay,
but like it seems like mostly NBA guys just always are talking shit about the younger guys.
It's just I think the eras of baseball and the NFL aren't as different as the eras of 90s players.
Yeah, you might be completely right.
I think that's just the way that they played and what they had to do, and obviously they played for a lot less money, especially Scottie Pippen. That guy got fucking hosed.
I love Scottie Pippen. He's a top 25, 30 player of all time.
Yeah.
He's like, he was the second best player on that Bulls team behind MJ the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, he was a great player.
Yeah, and he led him in everything, or not everything, but like this. Yeah, not points.
No, I
that's
get you.
Michael, but assists, rebounds, points. Obviously, when Michael left,
a great player.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I wish these guys would just show some respect. Just be like, he's a great player. Yeah, like watch him. Like,
I wonder what Scottie said for Game 6 when KD just became Superman and shot what was that, like 60% from the floor,
like 54 points.
Yeah, and like 48 points. Most in a Game 7 or 6 ever, or Game 7 ever. Was it Game 7? No,
that was Game 6.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Game 6. Game 7 he had 40.
Yeah,
right. No, he had 48. Giannis had 40. Most points in a Game 7. That's what I'm saying. But Game 6 was he did have 50.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
I'm gonna believe in whatever you say at this
point.
Just
killing me right now. No, but I don't know. Scottie, I feel like he changes his opinion on stuff like every other month.
Yeah, no, I get you.
When he goes on, ESPN, and he'll say, other shit, or he'll talk shit about Michael, talk shit about Phil Jackson, all this other shit. Even in the last Dance documentary that we all binged. Like he was in his feelings during that,
yeah.
and
He's
a
still
lot
in
of
his feelings about it.
exactly the contract
He's got
which
a
he
book
has
coming
ever.
out.
Yeah,
And supposedly that's got some
I would be. I would
tea in there.
Yeah, I would be upset if I'm your best player and then you drop a game winner for Kukoc, who's obviously a better 3-point shooter, and they needed to win that game. So that was just Phil being smart, and it worked. He hit the shot, and Pippen's like, all right, I'll just watch from the bench. And you just walk to the locker room, and you just kind of have to eat your words there. Like if you get pissed and something like good happens, just a sensitive guy.
Okay, let's do this quickly.
Which one?
Free Britney.
Oh,
this is a Free Britney pod.
Absolutely.
This is,
If you're not a Free Britney person by now,
what are we doing?
Yeah, there's something wrong with you, I feel like.
Remember
right?
Chris Crocker? Man, that guy deserves more credit. Remember Chris Crocker?
The guy that's like, leave Britney alone.
In the POV. That's one of the more popular YouTube videos.
Yeah, he was 15 years ahead of the time.
Yeah. He was ahead of his time, exactly.
15 years ahead of what's going on right now.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what's going on with her. Yeah, we did. South Park.
Well, we would still make fun of him if he did that now with all
for sure. For sure.
But everything he said in there was actually true.
What I will say,
it wasn't just
don't look at Chris Crocker's Twitter. Man, you see some stuff on that.
Interesting. I went to his wiki.
Oh, did you?
That was fine.
Oh, okay. No, but dude, guy was ahead of his time. Period. Called all of this. And when we're like, dude, you're nuts. She's obviously going through some shit. We don't even know this. She shaves her hair. We're like, all right, you're nuts. Yeah. I was an asshole. I was like, man, what's going on with Britney? Like, Jesus Christ, midlife crisis. And then you hear about this conservatorship, and you're like,
damn,
your dad should be behind bars.
Crazy.
Yeah, your dad should be behind bars.
The whole family was like just not helping.
Mom didn't help.
Sister
didn't help.
Helping, yeah.
Brothers didn't help.
Yeah,
nothing. They just sat by.
You know what's the most fucked up about all this is that they gave her an IUD, so she couldn't even have a kid.
Yeah,
that was the most heartbreaking quote that came out. She's like, I just want to have a baby.
She didn't have any control over her finances. She didn't like. She tried to.
We'd
have,
all
like,
be going a little crazy.
One of the weirdest stories was like she was just trying to get like her cabinet stained, and then the family
like in her house.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't read that.
No, like they controlled like every little thing.
It's not in the budget.
It's my money. Texas old school laws that are still in place.
Yeah, and obviously I watched the Framing Britney or the Framing Britney Hulu documentary when that came out. Did you guys watch that at all?
No, I did not.
It's worth a watch just to learn about like what she's going through and like how it started and whatnot. But man, you just feel for this girl. It's it's heartbreaking what she's going through right now.
Britney, man, it's fucked up.
And I wish she just needs a squadron of lawyers to get this shit lifted because it's ridiculous.
Doesn't like her ex Kevin Federline like have like a restraining order against the dad because he just knows that he's a fucking maniac.
Lunatic, yeah.
And we all, I talk shit about K-Fed. I'm like, this guy is kind of weird,
yeah, but
bro.
he's actually like, he knows. He's
exactly.
Like, this motherfucker's insane. Yeah. I don't want anything to do with this guy.
And he got custody of Britney's kids.
Right.
I wonder now, because I thought Britney might be mad about that, but I wonder if Britney's like, no, you need that custody.
Yeah, let's get him out of this fucking family.
That could have been for sure. Kind of like not hindsight, but like just looking into the future. Totally. Like, hey, I'm headed down a path right now, and I don't want my kids to see this type of stuff. Or be around it. Like, dude, my dad's a psycho. It's just
fucked up shit because I just know, like, I mean, I know that she struggled at times, but then
for sure
she got to an age where she probably would have been fine. And she could deal with things with herself.
Absolutely.
Herself and
and that's obviously mental health and stuff has just kind of gained more traction as it should. You know, the past 5, even 10 years, and she was going through it. This is 2007 and 8, where she was shaving her head and lashing out at the press, hitting people with umbrellas and all this other shit, or trying to hurt people. And they talk about that. They interviewed the paparazzi guys in that documentary. It's really interesting. He's just, they're heckling her, asking her about certain shit, and she just fucking had enough, man. Like, at the end of the day, I know we look at these people and they're icons and whatever. End of the day, still people. You hear it every single time. At the end of the day, these athletes are human. These famous people are human. They're going to have human reactions to just fucking bullshit. Leave me alone, cameraman.
True.
Fuck, I'm trying to get a fucking milkshake.
Yeah. Follow me
Leave
everywhere.
me alone.
Yep.
I'm fucking tired. And going through what she's going through with a conservatorship, they don't even fucking know about it.
Yeah.
Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Chris Crocker.
Yep.
God.
Well, it's good that it's all coming out now. So hopefully it can get fixed.
Yeah.
And we can free Britney.
This is a Free Britney pod, and we're just we're pulling for
Free Britney. Well, I think that's about it.
Free Britney t-shirts available on our website.
Yeah. Check the link.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. It is getting hotter down here now. If I'm wrong,
get exhausted.
when we got here first, we were like, okay, it feels nice because Connor,
Better than my apartment.
CTS lives in the basement, and we both live in like I live
Fourth floor.
I live in second floor.
Yeah.
And so it's just hot. Everything's hot.
It's
so coming here was like nice, but now I'm like, you know what? I can feel it.
Looking forward to the AC in my car when I
exactly.
exit here.
We'll
Looking
get
forward
Gigi
to
in
it.
there. And we'll have a good night.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on YouTube as well.
Like the video.
Like the video.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. Follow us on social media.
If you could.
Anything else am I missing?
No, you crushed it, man. 4 for 4, 5 for 5.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Peace.
Later,
Bye-bye.
guys.